Now to a study that claims riding scooters can be dangerous. You have probably seen them around Corpus Christi and other cities across Texas. Well, recently a 21-year-old man died while riding one. Our Michelle Pedraza joins us with more on that survey. Michelle.
Mackenzie, grim injuries from riding scooters continue to increase across the U.S. According to Consumer Reports, there have been at least 4 deaths related to e-scooters. The latest rider in Austin was killed after being struck by a car. A study done in Santa Monica, California shows that in 1 year, close to 300 people were sent to the ER with scooter-related injuries. 10% of them were under 18 years old. Comparing that to Corpus Christi, that number would be about 1,000 scooter-related injuries a year, according to the Regional Health Board. Most of the injuries were head injuries, some including bleeding inside the brain, head fractures, and soft tissue injuries. Less than 5% of riders were wearing helmets.
The head injuries, definitely, especially the ones that involve brain injuries, can lead to permanent disability and even death. Renting a scooter without a helmet is like renting a car without seatbelts. It's just that dangerous. Each scooter should come with a helmet. Somehow there should be a way to, lock that helmet onto there.
So although the scooter riding companies Blue Duck and Lime here in Corpus Christi advise to wear helmets, none are provided with those scooters. Most of injuries came from scooters running into something, but about 30% came from something hitting the scooters. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is currently doing a study on scooter-related crashes and injuries and how they can be prevented. That data is expected to come out in March. Mackenzie.
Thank you, Michelle.